They just want to make sure that the deaf consumers get those calls answered as quickly as possible. The only thing that VRS can control is hiring people, and that's it. I mean, you have to understand, it means we could not get paid if we don't have enough interpreters working for that day. Well, I mean, we're just trying to get better. We're really trying our best. The FCC tells us, and in the back of our mind, we're thinking, what the fuck? But we just do it. We just meet their regulations.
So recently I did go to Purple, just for an observation. And they had green, yellow, red, meaning green is, it's an okay time, calls are going well. Yellow means, okay, it's a warning, it's getting busier. And then the red means, okay, pick up the speed, let's go, can't have a break, we need everybody on deck. Is that kind of the same idea with Sorensen? Do you have that set up, or, if the yellow pops up, then people know that they really need to get going with their interpreting, or how does that go?
Yeah, we have that same concept. Green and yellow just lets the interpreters know that, you can have a longer break during those green and yellows, but during those reds, 10 minutes, and that's it. You have got to get back to work. Well, yellow, I guess yellow is really, yeah, we have red and green. And with red, you have to follow that break, period. Green means, 11, 12, 15-minute break. That's okay. I mean, if you have an emergency or something, go ahead and take that 20-minute break, but it does vary. The expectation of the interpreter is 83%. That is the expectations we set for the calls, for the amount of calls that they obtain. But it doesn't mean you can take a 20-minute break every hour because it's green. I mean, that's once in a while. You can take, a 1-minute break or a 3-minute break or then a 20-minute break later. But when that red is on, 10 minutes is the limit.
Did I answer your question? So 83% means of work for that day. So that means you have to be ready to go as the interpreter?
For each individual, yes. The interpreter has to know their expectations for each shift. When they sign on, they have to be ready to go. And they have to process and take 93%. That's the maximum. And if we see something different, or if I see something different, I will, kind of check in. What's going on? 83%. Understand 95% is for 85% is for the company. We strive for that 83. As an individual. I just want to show you where the companies are located. There's 102 centers total through Sorensen. There's a few that are smaller centers, but they are have just recently been started up. I mean, that 30 seconds is kind of scary for us, but we have those other companies to help with the speed of answer. They set up just those small centers, hire a few people, you know, and that helps our speed of answer when we have just those few additional companies. What were the colors again? Or why are there different colors? The colors go by region. We do have a Canadian region. We have the Western region, Eastern region, and the Southern region. Before we had the center of control, it was kind of, it was kind of more central. It was north, south, west, east. And we decided that really was not needed. We connected all the western states together, all the eastern states together, and then the Canadian region.
So they're separated by management, or how are they grouped, or why are they set up that way?
I have no idea how they decided to group them. But I'm assuming they did it by time zone. Before, it made sense to me, but now I'm really not sure. I mean, it was central. My theory failed, though. I think it depends on how many centers are located in the states and the regions. Each region has a district. There's maybe 45 centers to a district. So the eastern region you see here has District 1, District 3, and District 5. So there's 3 districts in the eastern region. And then each district does have a manager. And they kind of just watch over the centers. And then the region has one director that watches over the districts. And the districts look over each of the centers. Does that make sense?
So for your role, or title, I guess, you're the director for only that center, not a district or region, correct?
Right. I am the director for the Milwaukee Center. And I have a district manager who watches over me and my work. It's that same umbrella effect we talked about before. Right. Any other questions relating to the map region? The regions. I just want to quickly explain why I work for Sorensen. Oh, who is interested in working for Sorensen someday? What are your fears? Not ready, okay.
Well, with my mentoring, I watch a lot of different, video phone conversations, and just the variety of situations that pop up, I don't know, it scares me. You see a lot of different situations?
I don't.
But with my internship, I see a lot of different languages. So you have to match a lot of different language styles and language modes, and I mean, just for one area and one country, wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel for
for different regions in the South, you know, you have all these different accents. You have the South, you have the East. People talk differently. Just the styles are so different.
Yeah. They have different accents, different appearances in general. They have different demeanors. And they all have a different idea of what the interpreter's role is. You need to help me. Why don't you shut up? Those are some, I mean, the roles change. Some consumers think they know what my job is and others don't.
Well, really, with all of the varieties, you know, we all have different fears. Languages, situations, a lot of it can be overwhelming. And now, you know, as an interpreter, I feel like I need to know everything in every situation that I'm going into, and you need to be aware of that. Same with VRS. You need to know everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Lauren, your comment, for VRS, you can't always know everything that's going to pop up. You know, for like your example with the class that you will never forget. When someone comes up on the phone and they're saying sister, who the fuck is sister? I don't know. So for that,
Right.
you don't know. Right?
I'm fine with cuss words. It's all good. Oh.